Hello Virgo, thank you for joining us. This is Rosemary coming to you from Ansara Angels. This Angelscope is for Virgo Sun and Virgo Moon. These are your October 2014 angel answers from your Virgo angel Hamaliel, who resides over mutable Earth. Virgo leaves September behind pondering. Things sure seem strangely familiar, but refreshingly new at the same time. Pulling in the clean, although poignantly colorful energies of the Hunter's Moon on the 8th of the month of October. This is the season for knowing when to move on and when to prod for more information. You enjoy the awesome splendor of this life on Earth, Virgo. So liberate the secrets of existence to the world because you know them, and others need your shrewdness at this time, for this is the season of initiation experiences, and plenty of them. Even so, if you are a vegan, your prey might be more easily captured if you focus on its more upsetting and pig-headed tendencies rather than attempting to coax it into the image you desire. The Virgin is looking at 2 eclipses this month, a total lunar eclipse on the 8th, and a partial solar eclipse on the 23rd of the month. With all this starry-skied, celestial, starry dancing going on, this month is going to be a time of non-stop action, planning, and parties. Keep in mind, the method used by nature is to build up and then break down, as seen as in any growth, peak, and annihilation aspect of this third-dimensional existence that we call life. So don your scary costumes, grab your trick-or-treat goodie bag, and get your share of the booty. The spiritual aspects of the outer planets of Neptune and Uranus do just fine, encouraging your darker core and more inspirational, phlegmatic humors this month, Virgo. These wanderers will first break apart and then build up your body and thus accept the Mercury going retrograde communication and contract signing trouble on the 21st of October, causing emotional fanaticism at a time when the Virgin usually feels sheepishly laid back. Say that 10 times real fast. The planetoid Pluto is busy manufacturing an outflow of overcast, melancholic humors that threaten to rain down nightmares, soon to be seen as the real power behind attaining goals that now come into full fruition in these modern times, Virgo. The best things in the world may not bring you what you think you need, but they are bringing you what you find entertaining. Addictions to whatever you are habitually enjoying will rear their alarming heads in the month of October. People pleasers and obsessive compulsives will be your best friends, agreeing to almost anything, slip past their right brain and fasten securely to their left hemisphere. Be very mindful, however, Virgo. Some people are secretly right-handed. This may cause you problems in creating your own reality and developing people in your likeness. You must figure out if the person you wish to help is right or left-handed from birth, and not a casualty of mandatory left-handed education, as is the case so much of the time with the generation of millennials and Generation X. Love matters are going to be wondrous, if not a bit irritating, due to all the attention you'll be paid in October due to the aforementioned lunar and solar eclipse combination presenting this month, Virgo. You may find very unusual, playful strategies among your Leo and Cancer relationships, involving well-meaning Capricorn and Gemini friends, family, or lovers, creating a more serene atmosphere when the fall sets into October leaves. The planet Mercury will fool the Virgin twice this month, since you are still reeling from 4th house influences. Air signs are sure to give you plenty of food for thought and much to ponder, coaxing you into heartfelt fireside chats. Earth signs are sure to be your best friends and your best bet for love and sex, but always remember that although love hurts, Cupid's arrows are being deflected, and you can attenuate the amount of attention you either want or don't want, Virgo. What he wants to remind you right here is that, remember, the heart for Valentine's Day has an arrow through it. And although this is a different season, still, he wants you to be aware of that. Hamalia wants you to be aware of that this month. So he just wanted to add that there for a moment. So back to his earlier transmission that we transcribed. October is a month, Virgo, best understood by a sanguine humor, leading to seasonal dance with elementals, menahunis, and leprechauns that cause great elation, which is on. Magic is afoot, so don't forget the effects of fire over your steady, mutable water emotion, Virgo, because it causes the watery tears to form steam, while simultaneously increasing your satisfaction. So in other words, how do people know that people, what Hamalia wants to say here is that, how do people know that people are in love? They know because they get hurt. They know they hurt someone, and they know that they got hurt by someone. It's not so much of a mental thing as an emotional thing, obviously. But people don't know they're in love unless there's lots of pain involved. So when people are bored and they say it's just friendship, it's not working, that's because things are going well. And there's a 50-50 thing going on. But when there's an 80-20 or 70-30 thing going on, it has to do with, you know, which parent you're related to. That's a whole other topic. But anyway, that's it. If you're feeling hurt, then love is there, obviously. If you're not feeling hurt, then friendship is there. Obviously, that can be changed by how much you're acting like your good parent and how much you're acting like your bad parent. Yada, yada. Again, that's for another time. But continuing with Hamaliel's earlier transcribed transmission. The Virgin will do well in October, being ever thoughtful of your metered temperament and the tempers of both yourself and those you consider your energetic competition. The month marking All Hallows Eve is a month of great success for the Virgin when it comes to love and sex, if you only take your time and see the sturdy relationships cemented into place as intentions of happiness bestowed by the Creator rather than any form of confinement or drudgery planned for you specifically. People do care for you immeasurably, as you all know, to allow others to properly entertain and befriend you. And for goodness sakes, Virgo, allow people who are relatives and close friends to help you a little bit instead of trying to do everything yourself. Allow them to be your best comrades and resist the temptation to create a business opportunity when simple friendship is what is not only necessary, but best for everyone involved in the matter. The ego is the worst enemy of the soul, and the body is the worst enemy of the spirit. For the spirit brings the body to its final place in the grand scheme of things. Here, Hamaliel wants to add that the body exists for the sake of the soul, as we know. The body is sort of like a shell, so that's why it's the clip-off. The body is the clip-off, the body is the shell, the body is the ego, and there is Horus, the youth, which is the birth of the eternal immortal soul being born. And there is, oftentimes, the old Horus the elder, leaves while the body's still here. And then through this death experience on another dimension, then Horus the younger comes in and is born. And then we have sort of an angelic experience of some kind. That's what he wanted to say right now, Hamaliel. That was his contribution. He feels it's an important contribution he wants you to have. To not fear anything, because the body exists for the sake of the soul, and everything is always getting better, never worse. Okay, now continuing with Hamaliel's earlier transmission that we transcribed. Any discrepancy in human equations is easily corrected when one realizes that ego is a fly in the proverbial ointment, the mistaking God's mathematics, and the root cause of all evil. Money is not evil. Our egos are evil, telepathic, and money is just a reflection and a tool thereof. When it comes to romance, Virgo, you are seeing it securely sealed up and organized this month. So again, see your friends and family as much as you can, while continuing to appropriately attend to your dedicated relationship, because you have one. Money matters will prove to be significant in October, Virgo. The Virgin finds a holy grail to swim in and much treasure at the bottom of the economic ocean this month. You will find riches in even the lowliest bottom feeders who can survive anything, for everyone has something to add to the holographic equation that is life on the planet Earth. There's lots to be thankful for, and the Virgin is doing very well in the commerce area of life, and there's more of this to come. A woman or a man's home is her or his castle, as they say. You must build sturdy fundamentals and plant good seeds, as well as decorate your homes and yards to fully enjoy the season of Halloween. My favorite, besides Christmas. Not to pick on your Gemini friends and family, Virgo, but they may feel a need to be generous with their possessions and thus increase their emotional contentment and popular status in October, simply due to a desire to have good, heartfelt friendships, storing up treasures in heaven, that we just talked about, storing up treasures in heaven instead of going after riches on earth. And we just went over that with what Hamaliel mentioned about Horus the elder and Horus the youth. Earth signs and fellow water signs will be securing their treasure chests and safes deep in hidden places for a future time when the need arises, or for the next generation. They are planning 7 generations ahead at this point, so this is not an indication that they don't want to share with you. Quite the reverse is true. They want to store up the coffers of treasure, so there will be war chests full of reserves to be used in the event that any unexpected necessity may arise. Be cautious rather than argumentative with air signs in general, however, especially in these matters of finance this month. And watch your wealth along with your partners in business and marriage become triumphantly successful rather than insuperably worried due to any perceived poor status addiction to self-importance, and all will be well with you. Health matters require the Virgin's expertise this month with various tinctures, concoctions, and formulas you may try, be they of an allopathic or homeopathic nature. This is an area where you have learned much, and others will want your support, especially Gemini the Twins and Sagittarius the Archer. There are many ancient remedies or old wives' tales that have been forgotten or abandoned in favor of modern healing techniques that are both expensive and time-intensive. Of course, the more ancient healing methods are time-intensive as well, but require a more do-it-yourself approach instead of having someone else fix something for you. Gratefully, much of modern medicine stands on the back of eons of discovery, bringing the easing of much suffering to many peoples and nations around the planet. The trick is to not overdo anything, as is always the caveat. If you are not sure about a certain course of action, simply do nothing, because if you are not certain, it's not for you. The Virgin will find that the entire month of October is very spooky and very sinister indeed. Don't hesitate to try out new things, just like your mother used to say, and have a steak once in a while, Virgo. Enjoy the special treats of the Halloween season this month for your health, vitality, vim and vigor. Be wise, be well, Be all you are meant to be, Virgo. Your divine tone of I analyze adds much to needed calm and compassion to the mix in October. Thank you for joining us, Virgo, and join us again next month.